There is growing concern over California Senator Dianne Feinstein after she returned to work in the U.S. Senate following a 2-month absence. Aides to the senator say she is working a lighter schedule, but she's already missed several votes since her return. And new details are emerging that she was even sicker than previously known, leading once again to calls for the 89-year-old senator to resign. California Representative Ro Khanna is leading those calls with questions as to whether Feinstein is still fit to do the job. We are learning that Feinstein developed complications from a case of shingles that included brain inflammation. Feinstein insists she will not resign, and the only formal way the Senate has to remove her, it would be to expel her, and that would require a 2/3 vote from the Senate. Here to talk more about the health implications of Feinstein's diagnosis is NewsNation medical contributor Dr. David Montgomery. Doctor, many who saw Feinstein arrive back at the Capitol were honestly shocked at how frail she looked. She was in a wheelchair, one side of her face was paralyzed, one eye nearly shut, and now we've learned that she had encephalitis, a rare side effect, but very serious, right?
Yeah, very serious. Thanks for having me, Elizabeth. So I want to sort of describe what happens in this rare complication to shingles, encephalitis. The brain swells in the predominant area where the swelling occurs is what gives you the symptoms of cognitive impairment. Sometimes you can be confused, but also something called Ramsay-Hunt, which is an eponymous name that just means that 3 places in the brain and in the head actually get affected. So that unsightly part that we see that's quite frankly can be confused with a stroke is because the nerve that goes to that part of the eye is actually affected by the inflammation. And unfortunately, sometimes it's very hard for people to recover, especially elderly or people with immune compromise.
Right, I was going to say, I mean, my parents are in their 80s. They just don't bounce back as fast as people younger might from something like this. And I want to key on something you just said. Encephalitis can cause memory loss and language problems and confusion, mood disorders. You know, there were reports that she was already suffering from some memory loss even before she got encephalitis and shingles.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be a surprise. As we move through the life course, they are more and more likely, an octogenarian is more likely to have short-term memory loss and a little bit of disorientation at times. When you have a serious shingles virus, an infection, it can take a long time. 1% of people are hospitalized with shingles. This is not something that you go to the hospital for. But those people that are in that 1%, most of them are elderly and or immunocompromised. So
when you say it takes a long time to recover, doctor, how long?
Well, so unfortunately, some of the unwanted consequences of shingles, like Ramsay-Hunt or this encephalitis, can take a very long time. Months even. So, she was out for 2 months, and the question is, is she really back at full capacity? I think most physicians would say no. But then the other part of this Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which is reported that is what she has, can take a very long time to not recovering at all. So that's the range. Some people don't recover from Ramsay-Hunt.
Right. It is important to remember she's 89 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, despite, what she, didn't mean to talk over you, but despite, that she was highly functioning before this, what uncovered was her 89-year-old physiology. And I think this is it's important for us all to watch. We're obviously keeping our thoughts and prayers with her right now.
Right, because doctor, I mean, being a senator, a U.S. senator, that's a huge job. It requires an enormous amount out of a person. This is not a light lift. And it's hard enough for somebody who's a healthy 89-year-old. I think what people are concerned about is this is an 89-year-old senator, incredibly iconic as she may be, who has suffered a debilitating infection of the brain. And people are genuinely concerned that she's unable to do this.
Yeah. No, and it sort of makes sense. As a physician, I told you, I just told you what I think. As a citizen, I think it's fully fair for us to know that our elected officials will represent us. They are physically, psycho-emotionally, psychologically able to do the job. And I think it's a really important decision, especially given all the politics that are going on right now. We're just trying to pay our bills now, right? To bring that part up. So, yeah.
Right. And She's one of two senators representing the largest state, the most populous state in the country, California. So David Montgomery, Dr. David Montgomery, thanks so much for being on the show tonight. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.